Yes, my people, it is your boy VRD back at you with another Train Sim Mode 5 video finally. Oh goodness. Today we're going to be taking a quick first look at the class 350-0. I know I'm about a week and a half late doing this, probably 2 weeks late by now, but better late than never, man, better late than never. We're going to be driving service 2 Tango 05, if I can see that correctly, up to Tring from London Euston. So it says it's a 41-minute run, so it shouldn't take too long. So yeah, let's jump into this. Driver please. I ain't doing no conductor mode. I'm just gonna say from now, I'd like to apologize for any background noise that may take place in this video. It's beyond my it's beyond my control. There's nothing I can do about it. I could wait until the background noise stops to record actually, so there is something I can do about it, but I'm deciding not to because I have work soon and I need to get this content out. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Once again, I've forgotten to turn off the vibration. Guys, I'm being serious. I don't play this game a lot. I don't find this game fun anymore. I really don't play this a lot, so I haven't had time to go in and change my settings. I'll get into that some more in a bit as I'm driving along. But yeah, here we are in the class 350. The cab looks really nicely modeled. I like the textures in the cab. It looks like they've taken their time to model this. It looks way better than the 360 up in Scotland. So yeah, let's find our safety systems. Where are they located? Right along here. So vigilance, normal, driver safety device, normal, TPWS and AWS normal. Am I recording? Yes, indeed I am. Where's the TPWS switch? TPWS. Right, well, we'll leave the TPWS switch alone because I don't know where it is. How do we do this now? Master key on, reverse it into neutral, acknowledge the AWS self-test sequence, and we'll get our doors open. Doors on the left hand side, of course. Yeah, see what I mean about the background is that cat is gonna, I might have to go in there in a second and sort that out, but we'll see how it goes. Be quiet. Anyway, that was disgusting, excuse me. Where's the headlight switch? I should have my button prompts on so I can see what I'm, not button prompts, what's it called when you're hovering over the button and it tells you where it is, because I can't see for the life of me what that says. Hold on. Headlights. Oh dear. This is problematic. I actually can't see what that says. Let's try crouch down a bit. Head/marker light. Okay, there we go. Daylight. Actually, no, it's 6:21. It's 6:52 in the morning at the moment in game time, and this is pretty much synced up with real time. Yeah, real time's about 5 minutes ahead, so it's definitely still going to be dark outside, so we'll use our night running configuration for now. What does that say? Cab light. I do want to drive with the cab light on, but I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to, to figure out how to turn it on in time, so we'll leave that alone for now. I'm not going to bother doing the static brake test and all of that because I don't want to waste too much time here, but we'll just quickly take a look outside. Lovely stuff. So destination display showing train there. Bright headlight shining from the driver's side, not so bright LED light shining from the non-driver's side, which is indeed the night running configuration, and we are a small little 12, good lord, 4 carriage train, 350-106. So the stroke 1 variant of the class 350. I'm not too clued up on the 350. I don't really go on these things. I think I've only been on this like three or 4 times in my life, so yeah, we'll get the windows open though just so we can hear the sounds a bit. If this was real life, I definitely wouldn't be doing this because this is cold as hell at the moment. And we were due out of here about 2 minutes ago. So yeah, we're already 2 minutes late. Oh dear. Is that our signal down there? That green signal, I'm assuming that is ours because of the way the platform curves to the left and everything. They should give us more time to set up, in my opinion. I feel like we should have maybe 3 or 4 minutes to set up. I don't know, 2 minutes doesn't really seem like enough. But then again, if I was just setting up without doing the whole YouTube stuff, then maybe it wouldn't take as long. But yeah, man. Let's just have a look at our calling patterns. So 2 Tango 05 London Euston to Tring, Harrow and Wardstone, Watford Junction, Hemel Hempstead, Berkhamsted, and Tring. So yeah, pretty straightforward journey. It's going to be my first time driving north of Watford Junction in this route. Literally, guys, I've never driven this route off camera before, which is something I definitely need to do just to build up my route knowledge a bit. But yeah, let's have a look outside. Everything seems fine to me. We hopefully have a green signal. Let's get our doors closed. It's kind of funny. You've implemented a guard mode into the game, a conductor mode, but yet the train is still driver only operated, which is kind of backwards. GSMR is set. Right, yeah, let's get a move on. Next station, Harrow and Wildstone. F and R switch into forward. What is that? That is the driver safety device. Okay, let's get up and sit back down to sort that out. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure why I'm kind of nervous to get moving. Let's just reset our driver reminder appliance. Terminology is all over the place today. We do have a hill start button, so we'll test that out. Right, notch 1 of power. Release the hill start button. Train begins to move. Okay, good. Yeah, so this should be pretty simple to drive and operate. I can't imagine having this giving me a hard time because I've already driven the 360. The 360 is actually slightly more complicated in my opinion because of you have to look at the little screen. There's a little screen around here somewhere that you have to look at to see how much power and braking you're currently applying. But with this, you've got a little dial here instead, so that makes it a bit easier. We have a C in the sorry indication there. I'm not sure what that stands for. I'm guessing that stands for Camden or something. I don't know. Speed limit is 25 miles an hour out of Euston. I'm not sure why my driver safe sorry, I don't know why my vigilance was going off there because there was definitely controller input. Actually, then again, no, I don't think there was. I think I was in notch 1 of power that whole time. So yeah, I guess that is warranted for. Do hope everyone's doing alright. How's everyone been? I haven't really been active on YouTube for a while. Speed limit is now 40 miles an hour. Need to remember that we're only a 4 car, so it's not going to take long for the back of our train to be clear of the increase in speed limit. Looks like we've got a yellow signal in the distance there. What I'm going to do is do a running brake test quickly. So I was aiming to do 60% braking, but it did 80% instead. Yeah, the controller, the power brake controller seems quite sensitive, so I need to keep that in mind. But it is helpful having the little notifications there on the right of the screen. Signals jumped up to a green, so we don't need to worry about that. We left 2 minutes late, so I'm guessing something's been routed in front of us maybe, but I'm not 100%. Speed limit is now 50. Gotta remember that we're climbing out of Euston Station here, so we're more or less gonna need to remain in the power range to maintain speed. Oh, speed limit's gone down to 40. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. It's not even trying to slow down as well. Oh, blimey. Then again, we were on quite a steep downhill section just then, so that probably explains why. Although this train is quite similar to the 360, I think the handling is completely different. I don't think this thing is designed to accelerate or brake as quickly as the 360. I think it has more. I think it has physics kind of similar to the Electro Star, if I'm being honest. So I need to keep that in mind as well. Maybe the 700. In fact, no, this has got nothing on the 700. Actually, no. This can accelerate way better than the 700 because I normally drive the 700 on 750 volt DC, also known as the third rail. So that thing can't accelerate to save its life. This can definitely accelerate better than that. As for the braking, well, I'm gonna play about with the braking in a second when we get up to Harrow and Wardstone. Speed limit's now 75. So yeah, guys, as we make our way up the West Coast main line up towards Harrow and Wardstone, I'm just gonna briefly explain myself, my absence and whatnot. Guys, I'll be honest, this game isn't fun anymore. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. This game doesn't seem I just don't get the same enjoyment out of it. I've driven on it. I've driven all the routes up and down so many times. It's become very repetitive. I'm doing the same thing. It just got to a point where it feels like I'm just sitting in front of a screen pressing the buttons on my controller in a specific order. So I feel like the developers, they definitely need to they need to they need to try. There needs to be an element of randomness put into this. What do I mean by that? Well, for a couple of examples, my speech is all over the place. I mean, it always is, but yeah. So examples of this would be line side engineers, the P-way staff that wear the orange high visibility clothing. I'm not sure why you don't have. I don't know why we don't see that more often. They do exist, believe me, they do actually exist. I've seen them on the suffragette line before. Mark my word, they do exist, but they're just extremely rare, or maybe they're only unique to the suffragette line. I haven't seen them on any other line. So yeah, it would just be nice to have them along the track at random places at random times, so we could blow our horn at them, acknowledge them. I don't even you don't even need to program in the animation of them acknowledging the horn card. That might be a bit too much work, but just having some landside engineers, some track workers at random, just randomly popping up along the line, that would help a lot with the immersion. All right, we got a double yellow signal here, so I'm gonna begin to brake. Let's give it 50% braking. Speed limit has gone up to 90, but we're watching these signals. Is that a green up ahead? What are we doing now? 52. Alright, now that we're down to 50, I'm going to coast it out a bit just so I can see the aspect of the next signal. It seems like we're following a 377, if I had to guess. I think we've got a 377 Electro Star ahead of us that is stopping at Wembley Central. That's the only logical conclusion I can come to as to why we're currently slowing down on yellow signals right now. Single yellow, yep, 100%. That's gotta be, oh no, it's a double yellow. No, single yellow, I was right the first time. So yeah, let's get some more braking in there. About 60% or so. Prepared to slow down for the upcoming red signal. Just bringing it down to 20 miles an hour. Once we get down to 20, I'm just gonna coast it out. Think I can see the red signal in the distance there. So yeah, that's got to be an Electro Star stopped at Wembley Central. That's just joined the line from the West London line. So we're going to be following that up, well, more or less all the way up to Watford Junction, and then after Watford Junction, that should be out of our way. It's kind of nice. I'm happy that we get some yellow signals to play with. So yeah, as I was saying, so the trackside workers, what else? Temporary speed restrictions. Temporary speed restrictions seem very easy to program into the game. I'm not sure why we don't have them yet. I'll give them until Train Sim Mode 6. But if we see Train Sim Mode 6 without temporary speed restrictions randomly popping up on along our journeys, then I don't know for these developers, man. Let's just give it a tiny bit of power just to get it back up to 20. Keep forgetting that we're on an upward gradient here. What other random factors could they... Yeah, I thought the trackside workers and temporary speed restrictions, I feel like those are the two easiest ones that they could put into the game. Then you've got some other ones like maybe train failures or something, random train failures, maybe an AI service running late, so it messes up your it messes up your service, kind of. You get random adverse signals as well. Little things like that, they would just really help add to the immersion, because as it stands right now, this game has just become very boring, very, very repetitive. And let's get some serious braking in before we fly right through. This train has terrible brakes. I'm just gonna say it from now. Good lord, what is going on? Wow. Yeah, this train can't stop to save its life. Oh goodness. Yeah, class 700 would never. I was doing 20 at the AWS as well. I did start braking slightly late. Normally I'd brake at the AWS magnet, but still I would have thought this thing would have slowed down way before that. Anyway, maximum braking, neutral, set the driver reminder plants, and we just chill here. So yeah, that's more or less why I haven't been as active on YouTube as I used to be, because it's just getting hard to find the motivation to play this game now. That has changed to a single yellow. It looks exactly the same as it was before, but I was able to realize, because the red aspect is always at the bottom, but the single yellow aspect is, you can see the next one up. So if you're ever looking at a signal, you can't tell what color it is, just look at the location that the light is at. If it's one of those newer LED style signals, then you're going to be in for a hard time, because you have different color lights showing up in the same position. But the older signals, thankfully, where you've got 4 different bulbs, I haven't gone into food. When you have 4 different bulbs, it makes it a bit easier in that sense. Let's get a move on here. Hopefully that, yep, jumped up to a double yellow. I was hoping it would do that before I passed it, so now we don't need to worry about the next signal being red. So we're gonna hang about in notch 2 of power for now, just until we can see the next signal. Hopefully by the time we get to it, it will be green, so we can speed back up. But we're most likely going to be held outside Harrow and Wildstone stations. So to be honest, is there much point in me even going into full power? We'll go into full power anyway, but yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be held outside Harrow and Wildstone station. And we were meant to be at Harrow and Woolstone Station 4 minutes ago somehow. So yeah, that Electro Star was definitely rooted in front of us due to our late running, which is something that I quite like. I like the way that the game shows a bit of initiative and will actually route other services in front of you if you begin to run late. That's one praise that I'll give to the developers, the fact that they've actually come up with a rather intelligent signaling system, because as you know, if you played Train Simulator Classic, the signaling system in Train Simulator Classic is horrible. So yeah, I'm quite pleased about that. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna try and dig into my discipline a bit and try to get more of the content out, because the first rule of discipline is doing things whether you feel like it or not. So yeah, I'm gonna force myself to make some more of these videos. But yeah, I felt like I just needed an explanation for you, because I feel like I am letting down some of my loyal supporters. Hopefully we do see a somewhat more legendary route being released. I feel like this West Coast mainland route was quite underwhelming, and like because of most people are saying, it's literally because it doesn't go all the way to Birmingham New Street. Let's just get some breaking in there. It doesn't go all the way to Birmingham New Street, so it's a bit, it's over too quickly, especially if you're driving a Pendolino. That is very underwhelming indeed. You're not really gonna have a fun driving experience. If this went all the way to New Street, it would have been a different story. So yeah, I'm just hoping that we see a more exciting route in the future. That would probably help get me, what's the word, get me back into this game more or less. But yeah, don't worry guys, I am definitely gonna try my best to get some more content out for you. Look, it's just a struggle right now, especially balancing this out with work as well. Yeah, I don't know how some of these train sim YouTubers do it. They'll literally, some of them stream every day. Like they'll literally ensure that they stream every day, and they have literally a ton of videos coming out every week. I just don't know how they do it. I yeah, man, this game just doesn't seem fun anymore. I don't know. I've slowed down way too early here, but better safe than sorry. And to be honest, we're probably going to benefit from that, because like I said, the 377 is probably stopped at Harrow and Woodstone right now. So alright, signals just jumped up to a single yellow by the looks of it, so let's get notch 2 of power in there. And as you can see in the track monitor, Harrow and Woodstone Station is not too far away. I think that bridge in the distance is where the platform starts at Harrow and Woodstone, if my memory serves me correctly. Yeah, it's gotta be, because look at the tracks. Look at the fast lines and the slow lines getting further away from each other to make room for the platform. So I'm gonna start braking from now. We did just pass a single yellow signal, so we need to expect a red signal at the end of the platform here. So I'm gonna have a reduced entry speed. We're running ridiculously late. I'd be fuming if I was a passenger on the platform right now, waiting for this thing, especially because it's the morning rush hour. Or it's almost the morning rush hour. What time does the morning rush hour start? Like around, yeah, around 7 o'clock. It is the morning rush hour. can't see the signal aspect. Okay, that is a yellow signal. Let's also get some serious braking in here. I'm not sure why there was two AWS magnets there. I don't know what all that's about. I didn't see a 4-carriage stop board, so we're gonna stop at the end of the platform here. Hopefully. Yeah, the brakes on this train are very dodgy. I'm not used to it. Right, maximum braking, neutral, door release on the left. Harrow and Wildstone, my people. Harrow and Wildstone. Right, let's not hang about here for too long. I find it weird how the door close button lights up when the doors are open and it extinguishes when the doors close. That is the opposite to most trains in the United Kingdom, and that can really throw someone off. Right, let's get a move on. Before we do get a move on, actually, I'm just gonna have a look at the brake gauge, the brake and the power gauge, just so I can get used to it. Okay, so it's just, yeah, it's just standard percentage gauge. It goes across the percentage spectrum in both directions. So yeah, that is pretty easy to, this train should be pretty easy to drive HUD-Less. I can't imagine having a hard time driving this thing HUD-Less. Yeah, that is a big help. Got a 72 stock over there. I don't know if it's just me, but I haven't been seeing any class 710s on this, or maybe I've been seeing them and I just haven't been paying attention to them. But yeah, I'm gonna look out for them. I genuinely feel like I haven't come across any yet. I'm not sure why that is. Anyway, next station is Watford Junction. Yeah, I feel like my game might be broken, and all my other routes haven't been brought over to Train Sim Mode 5 yet. It's still only the West Coast mainland that I currently have for some reason. I thought all my other routes were going to be brought over, but there's a chance I might need to manually download them. Speed limit is currently 100 miles an hour. What is that yellow section on the speedometer there? Okay, so that just marks the final 10% within the permissible speed range. Did I say 10%? The final 10 miles an hour within the permissible speed range. I feel like I said 10% by accident. If I did, I apologize. So maximum speed on a 350 is 110. So we've got the yellow section between 100 and 110 to tell us that we're approaching the maximum speed that this train is allowed to travel at. I feel like you guys are struggling to hear me because I'm flying along with the windows open right now. So if that is the case, I do apologize. Let me just bring my mic a bit closer to me without knocking it over. Yeah, hopefully that's a bit better. We've got a 90 mile an hour speed limit and then an 80 mile an hour speed limit coming up. So let's just prepare for those in advance. We'll shut off the power from now. And we'll just tap on the brakes ever so slightly, give it about 30% braking. Actually no, we'll bring that down to minimal. Bring it down to minimal. I wasn't expecting it to slow down that quickly. It's moving like a, actually no, it's not. I was about to say it's moving like it's got tread brakes, but no, tread brakes is the opposite. Tread brakes are not effective at high speed and become more effective at lower speeds. The disc brakes are effective at high speed but lose effectiveness. Actually, no, disc brakes are pretty effective throughout, to be honest, but with tread brakes they're not effective at high speed, if my memory serves me correctly, and then they become super effective at low speeds because they heat up and whatnot. This train is fitted with disc brakes, FYI. Well, it might be a mixture actually, because I know class 700s are fitted with both disc brakes and tread brakes. So yeah, I'm not too sure about the 350s. Someone can let me know in the comments. We slowed down a bit too much here, but we need to stop at Watford Junction pretty soon anyway. What are we doing? 70 miles an hour. So in a Pendolino at 110 miles an hour, I started braking for Watford Junction at that station that we just passed, which is Bushy Station. We're doing 70 miles an hour, so I'm gonna leave the braking until I think as we get towards the end of this left-hand bend here would be a good place to start braking. Hopefully I'm right. I don't want to embarrass myself, but I already embarrassed myself enough in the last video, if you guys have seen that. If you haven't, definitely take a look at it. Alright, let's get some serious braking in there now. 75%. Yeah, go for it. Going right for it. Nah, bring that down to minimal braking. Yeah, the brakes are really effective at high speed. It's just lower speeds that they don't seem to want to work correctly. So I wonder why that is. Like we lost 20 miles an hour in about 2 seconds, it felt like. So yeah, that's quite interesting. What we doing? 45. Let's get that down to 30 for the entry into the platform. Yeah, what are we? 68%, and yeah, it feels like it's not trying to slow down anymore. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's keep an eye out for the 4-carriage stop board. If there is one, most likely there isn't. Oh no, I can see one coming up there. Let's try and do this properly. I want that stopped. I want to be stopped with that in the window. Come on. Oh, perfect. Everyone spilled their coffee, but it is what it is, man. Maximum braking, neutral, door release on the left. How late are we? How late are we? We're 9 minutes late. Oh. Right, not hanging about here. Green signal, hit that door close button. Yep, nobody trapped. Green signal again. Forward, brake release, and we're away. Next station, Hemel Hempstead. So we're approaching, well, we're entering unfamiliar territory now. I like the church spire over there in the background. I don't know if it's just me, but I find churches to be quite intimidating, as in the actual structure of these old churches from 400 years ago. They just seem, it's because I have a condition known as autocelophobia or something like that. So I'm not really a fan of tall. I wouldn't say I'm not a fan of tall buildings. I don't mind tall buildings, but it's buildings with a certain design that I'm not a fan of. Like seeing especially at night time. It's kind of embarrassing to admit, but it just freaks me out. Like when I walk past a church that looks like the church that we just saw. Hold on, I'll continue when we get out of the tunnel. This is a long tunnel. Speed limit drops to 70 as well. Almost didn't notice that. Yeah, as I was saying, like that church that we just saw, if I was to walk past that at night time, because they have no, well, a lot of churches don't have any lights to illuminate the building, so they just sit there in pitch black. It just freaks me out. You could just see the outline of it. It's so weird. And going inside it, it's just a completely different story. That's even worse. When you go inside and you look up, you can see the high ceiling and it's all arched and everything. We need to stop here. Actually, is this Hemel Hempstead? No, it's not. It's not. I need to keep an eye on the mile counter. I saw the blue line on the track monitor and I started freaking out because I thought it was Hemel Hempstead. I'm here waffling about scary buildings and I should be focusing on the... Okay, speed limit goes down to 75. And then up to 100. I'm not sure what station that was that we just passed there. In fact, we can find out. I forgot we can actually find out. Kings Langley. There are a lot of speed limit changes on this. It is quite... It seems quite overwhelming to learn, but it's probably not that bad, to be honest. So we've got another station coming up. It doesn't seem like we're stopping there, so I'm guessing Hemel Hempstead is most likely the one after this. Speed limit goes down to 90. We're climbing, so let's just shut off the power and see if gravity pulls us below 90. Come on. Yes, lovely. Lovely stuff. Speed limit goes up to 100, but we are due to stop at Hemel Hempstead, so let me coast it out from now. This overbridge here, sorry, this footbridge, use the correct terminology. Terminology is key. Gonna get the brakes in from there and see how well that serves us. Let's just bring it down to minimal braking. Up the braking force again. Platform seems to be getting closer, or we seem to be getting closer to the platform because platforms don't move. AWS warning, I'm not sure what that's all about. Yo, where does the platform start? That bridge just there threw me off a bit. I thought that bridge was associated with the station, but clearly not. Okay, decent entry there. So yeah, that footbridge seems to be a solid breaking point for Hemel Hempstead. we're climbing at the moment, so that should help us slow down a bit. Flown right past the stop board. uh See, this is what happens when you get complacent, because I just, I don't know, I was expecting the stop board to be, yo, why are you not stopping? What? Okay, yeah, that's because at Watford Junction the stop board was so far along the platform, so I don't know, I was expecting it to be the same here, but clearly not. Okay, at least we stopped on the platform, that's all that matters. But yeah, guys, that was weird. I was in 16% braking on an upward gradient, and it honestly almost felt like the train was accelerating. That's, this thing does not like slowing down at lower speeds. So yeah, it's a completely new set of muscle memory that I need to, I'm pressing the open buttons to close the doors. Brilliant. It's a completely new set of muscle memory that I need to build up here on the class 350, because this thing seems to have very unique handling when it comes to stopping at stations. I've never experienced something like that in my life. What's our signal aspect saying? Green, perfect. Next station, Berkhamsted. Berkhamsted. I need to Berkham. No, I'm sure it's pronounced Berkhamsted. I've heard it on a I've heard it on a 377 announcement before. I think it's Berkhamsted or something. But if you were to say that quickly, you just say Berkhamsted. I'm sure any mandem that live there probably say Berks or something like that. Ooh, stretch. Should have muted myself. Apologies. Oh, I'm gonna have a nice cold shower after this. What time is it now? 7:36. Guys, I start work at 9 o'clock. This is actually quite scary. I mean, my workplace is only a 10-minute drive, well, 15 minutes if there's traffic from my house, but still, it's gonna be a close one. Because I was hoping to edit this and upload it, put it in the upload, put it to get uploads, and then just put my PS5 in rest mode, and then that way it will be up. It will finish uploading while I'm at work, and then if I've already got the thumbnail on my phone, I can turn the privacy to public on my lunch break, so you guys could get this video on the same day as recording. But I don't think I'm gonna have time to edit it, unfortunately. So yeah, sorry about that. Right, so this right hand bend here, gonna use that as the breaking point for Berkhamsted. Then gonna reduce that down to minimal braking around now. See how we get on. What we doing, 60 miles an hour. Can see the platform coming up, so let's get some serious braking in there. I was lingering about in the minimal braking position for too long there. Again, that's me overcompensating because we came into Hemel Hempstead a bit too slowly, so trying to make up for it now. And we are running late as well, so I'm driving a lot more aggressively. Let's slam on the brakes as well, because I feel like the 4 carriage stop board is going to jump out at me. Where is it? Is that it over there? No, that's... What is that? No, that's a camera. So this is probably it coming up now. Hey buddy, you gonna stop? Do you feel like stopping? No? Look at that. Look at that. Alright. Maximum brake, neutral, door release on the left. I'm gonna set our DRA quickly because I'm gonna run out of the cab and have a look at the stop board to make sure it's the right one. 3 to 5. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I told you, your boy's still got it, man. I've been out of the game for a while, but listen, muscle memory, it just flows back to you like the River Thames. Sorry, that was not funny. That wasn't funny in the slightest. Oh dear. Right, next and final station is Tring. This is a oddly short service, but okay, here's what it is. And we're still climbing. This route seems to be predominantly uphill out of London. Why are you not moving? Oh, driver Amanda plants. Brilliant. There we are. You can almost see the upward gradient here, even though it's a 1 in 342, which is quite shallow. This sounds exactly the same as the 360 as well. I'm not sure if they sound the same in real life, but I'm guessing they do. But what I want to know is where the 360 sounds were recorded from. Were the 360 sounds recorded from a 350? Or were the 350 sounds recorded from a 360? But what I do know is that they sound exactly the same. This is exactly how the 360 sounds in Train Sim World. Right, we got a double yellow signal coming up. I don't know what all that's about. Brake, brake, brake. Yeah, because we're quite far out from Tring Station, so I wonder why we're getting brought down to red already. We're still 1.7 miles away. What is going on? Is there a junction coming up or something? Again, I'm not familiar with this area. I have driven over this part of the route. I have ridden over this part of the route in real life, but I wasn't really paying attention. Twice. Once I went to Wolverton, a place called Wolverton, and then it was pitch black there, so I didn't really get to look out the window or anything. It was night time, like 12 o'clock at night. And then the other time was when I was going Birmingham New Street. I fully took the 350 to Birmingham New Street from Euston, which is something I'll never do again. Honestly, next time I'm taking a Vanty West Coast, because yeah, I feel like we passed a single yellow signal and I wasn't paying attention. I could see a red signal coming up, so I think that was the case. So let's get some serious braking here. Okay, So approach control. Oh, and that is the signal protecting string. So that is quite far out. I wasn't expecting it to be that far out. But okay, do you? So we had a position 4 junction indication there. So it's a 40 mile an hour crossover by the looks of it. Are we going into a bay platform at Tring? What is this? Is it a bay platform or are we just crossing over onto the upland? We'll soon find out. Let's actually jump back on the brakes here, because in my mind I feel like I need to hit that at 40 miles an hour, but it's quite close to the platform, so I probably need to be hitting that at around 30 maybe. And yeah, we're just crossing onto the upland. So yeah, I can't imagine it being a long turnaround time here at Tring. You're probably literally just out of one end into the other end and driving back to London, because Tring is really close to London. It's obviously not close to London, but you guys know what I mean. I nearly didn't acknowledge the AWS warning in time. Oh, that would have been hilarious. And I'm just gonna take it to the end of the platform here, because that seems to be where I don't trust these brakes. I had to slam on the brakes just then. Yeah, the end of the platform seems to be where the entrance to the station is. And I can't see the signal, but we're just gonna stop just short of the TPWS grids. And that should be around the right place. Did I say? I think I just messed up my speech again. I can't see the signal, but I'm gonna stop just short of the TPWS grids. There we go. Maximum braking, DRA set, neutral, and we have a door release on the right this time, so let's cross the cab and activate the buttons over there, because those are the rules. Right, so we need to look at our headlight switch once again, the switch that I can't read. Okay, we'll leave that in the day configuration, and then I'm gonna turn off the master switch, remove the master key. That's not the master switch, that is the F and R switch. Remove the master key, disable the relative safety systems. I don't know why it's telling me to lock the door as well. Like, come on, man, this is ridiculous. No, the headlights are still on. Okay, so we need to turn off the headlights, and then the tail lights automatically come on. Because what I thought it was like the 700, where you can leave it in the headlight position, and then you can leave the switch in the headlight position and turn off the master switch, master key, and then the tail lights automatically come on, the headlights automatically extinguish. Good lord, thank goodness the video is ending, because it's getting ridiculous now. But no, it's not like that. Good to know. I tried to close the window from outside. Oh dear me. Whoa, it just is it okay? This train has noise cancellation. Why are the headlights still on? What is going on? What on earth is going on? Do I have to... Okay, let's... Okay. Oh, so you have to turn off the headlights while the master... Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. But yeah. And there goes a Pendolino flying past with its horrible sounds. Oh dear. Right, I need to find a good location to stand from to get this outro done. We'll just do it from here, man. Right, that, my people, concludes this first look of the class. Oh, my legs are sore. The class 350-0 in train sim mode 5. It's a nice train. I just need to get used to the handling, of course, as you guys can see. But now, beautiful train, very very nicely modeled, I must say. Sounds seem to be okay. I don't have any criticism against the sounds. Modeling in the cab is top notch, absolutely spot on. Yeah, no criticisms whatsoever. But yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. Constructive feedback and criticism is more than welcome in the comment section below and is highly appreciated. If you'd like to further support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. I will catch you guys in the next one. Love.